Welcome back to the channel. Today is video number 2. This is our top 5 baits of the year. Once again, another video we could draw on for an hour. But we're trying to keep this quick. You know, we got the buyer's guides, a bunch of people have deals right now, but Christmas is right around the corner. So you guys can send us to people, send us the baits I want, deals I want. So kind of go over our 5 baits and then, So first bait is what caught me the biggest fish of the year and my first good fish of the year. The first tournament we did of the year is the 6 cents PD4s. PD4 and PD7 are my favorite, 10, 12, 15. I don't like them as much, but for a flat-sided early year crankbait, PD4 is really, really good. In said video, I was throwing a crawl pattern. Once the bluegills start moving up in that May time, that little bluegill crankbait is absolutely money. But they come with, I can't remember if it's Gamakatsu hooks or BKK hooks, but for the price, they're flat side, they have the rattle, so they actually cast in the wind. They don't just tumble like a lot of the flat sides. But overall, absolutely incredible bait, and big ones catch them. And caught a good one this year. Got third last year in the tournament because of that bait. So a lot of confidence. One of my favorite flat sides right now. It's about the only one I throw anymore.
Nice. So
you said nice.
I am gonna start. This is it's wildly specific, but I'm gonna start with this, and I can't believe I'm showing this on video. So here we go.
Give all the secrets away.
The Bass Pro Shops Tournament Series Tender Tube. These things. So it's a 3.5-inch tube. I have caught so many fish on this bait this year. I probably have 10 or 12 packs of this in my boat because they have a ton of salt in them. They're super soft, but I mean it's insane how many fish I caught on this year. I mean, like, and I was throwing it on the 7.2 medium light spinning rod, but I mean, like, with a 1/8 ounce head, it's literally like smallmouth candy. It's insane. So honestly, this is probably my top bait of the year, the entire year. Yes, I caught a million fish on that thing. It was fun. I had a blast throwing that thing too, because you can throw them weedless. I'm gonna keep going. You can throw them weedless around wood, and dude, the smallmouth go crazy for them. It's literally my top bait of the year.
There's a really small stupid tube. I mean, everyone throws these big stupid tubes, and he's like, I'm gonna throw this little stupid tube. But pretty much all those summer videos from like June to August, if you were wondering what you saw him catching them on the spinning rod, that's what it was. Next bait, which kind of worked on after that, is that new Z-Man Baby Jack. Chatterbait was pretty good for me all year, but there was like 2 or 3 days that it was just the deal. One of the videos I saw in the beginning of the year on the Daiwa Kagi, I had 2 times I went out with my wife, didn't record, and crushed them on it on the smallmouth. But that new Baby Jack, this is a 1/4 ounce. I have never really thrown the lighter jackhammers. I've always done like 1/2 ounce. This guy and the Mini Max and 3/8 had really opened my eyes about picking up more smaller sizes. It's just the deal. It's so much easier keeping a 1/4 ounce 2 feet off the 2 feet than trying to keep a 1/2 ounce. But the new beacon and these new ones are awesome. They still got a big old hook on them. Have not had a chance to try the new Evo Elite Mini Max from TW, but these have been really good. Man, got second in the one Wednesday night tournament, and then just caught a lot of fish. But they're just a blast. It's just chatterbait fishing. Swing, get bit, you just swing for the fences. But overall, very fun this year.
There was a Wednesday nighter. I had a 4-pounder and a high 3s, and I still lost. But it was on that chatterbait.
Yeah, it's when that chatterbait bite is on. That bite is on.
All right, so another I kind of talked about this in the Rod and Reel Arsenal video, or Rod and Reel video that you guys saw. But my next bait, it's another downsized bait. It's the chigger craw. But this specifically is the 3-inch chigger craw. I know, the 4 inches, in every Walmart, every old man throws them around wood or whatever. But the 3-inch downsizing for me, again, has been great this year. The river tournament video you guys may or may not ever see. We don't know. I don't know when it's coming.
They'll see it. They've seen it already.
This is what I was throwing. The 3-inch chigger craw, I mean, it's around wood on the little 3/16 ounce bullet weight that I was talking about. I don't know what it is about the sugar crawl. It's not like they're super salty or anything. They do have, again, I'm not big into like baits technology or whatever, but this has the power bait.
Just a scent.
Okay, they have a scent to them, and I don't know if it's this, if it's the scent, or if it's the action of the bait, but they go crazy for it.
It's a real simple action. Because I guess that day I stole like 3 of them, and then started throwing it, and I mean, I haven't had the same luck, but watching it in the water, like a lot of those crawls is just this big, crazy, it's just this nice, fluid action. They float a little bit, like it's just enough action. Those big,
I don't know what it is. I mean, this one's tiny. Again, downsizing, I guess, has kind of been a theme for me this year, but downsizing and using the 3-inch instead of the 4-inch, and I literally use a 1/0. Kind of like a light wire EWG to go on this, and during the fall it caught me a lot of fish. On the river it caught me a good amount of fish too.
Next one is the old trusty 3-inch baby whale. Pro Blue and Pro Shadow are my main colors, but when in, when out, if you see me throwing a swim bait, it is probably a 3-inch whale. The white bass smallmouth video you guys saw, 3-inch whale. Anytime I'm fishing, it's usually tied on. It's just so good. I'm trying to get this one out.
Hiya! And I was throwing a kite. I was throwing a 2.8 kite like that day, and I was catching fish, but I was not catching fish like he was catching them on that bait.
The only con with the whales is, like, you know, Kitex, their tails fall off, their heads fall off. Well, these, the bodies rip apart. There was a couple times I showed Aaron, and it's just the head's still there and the body's just gone. They are super soft. The bodies will rip real easy, but the head wiggles, even at a 3-inch, that body roll, it just gets bit. But that is my favorite swim bait still. I have the 3.5, 4-inch, 4.5, 6-inch. I got all these other sizes, and I'm back throwing the little 3-inch. But kind of like Aaron talked about downsizing, it's just I can throw a 4-inch and maybe catch X amount of fish, or go out and once again have fun, throw the 3-inch, and the crappie eats it, white bass eats it, walleye eats it. Actually, that's what I caught the walleye on.
Is this Pro Blue Shad?
That's Pro Blue.
Is that the one you were crushing them on that day?
Yeah. Okay. Pro Shad is has more like gold flake in it. When you guys saw me catch the walleye on that St. Croix rod, that was Pro Shad.
Gotcha.
But Pro Blue is my main color. You know, you saw blue top, silver flake, especially when it's sunny out. That when it rolls, it's throwing that flash from that glitter. It just gets bit. I love it. I just wish they hold up a little bit better, but. That's why I have a box full of them. I don't know if you can see in the frame, but I have a giant box, and it's just Pro Blues. Like, it's really all that's in there. But fair swim bait.
Going from a swim bait that doesn't hold up to a swim bait that it's almost impossible to rip.
It's probably the same one you throw all year. I think that's the one you've thrown all year.
I don't have a lot of packs of these just because they last. Like, I don't have to go out and buy a ton.
That's so nice.
But this isn't news to anybody. The Crush City Mooch Minnow, they only make one size, right?
They make new sizes now. You should probably get some. They make a 4-inch and a 5-inch now.
I like the 3-inch. Or what is it? 3?
I think they came out with a 3-inch too.
I could do a 3.
You got
downsize. But yeah, I mean this.
Googling.
This I don't even know what they call it. It's not a Aztec. TPE. I mean, this is the only scoping bait that I use. I tried some hog farmer stuff. I tried some other things, but the only thing I feel like I could get the action that I wanted was the Mooch Minnow. And I don't know what it is. It really is just, it's a great bait. It gives me that rolling action that I like. I don't know if it's the head and the Mooch Minnow combo that I put together, but I mean, as soon as I switched to these, I started catching fish scoping when I wasn't before on things like the what's the hog farmer bait?
Spunk shad.
Spunk shad. Couldn't get bit on a spunk shad, but as soon as I switched, he loves the spunk shad. But as soon as I switched to this, I started catching fish scoping, and now I love scoping. And yeah, I mean and they're not super expensive either, especially for the TPE material. I mean, even if it is $7 a pack, you can get away with having one pack for, I don't know, like a month or something. But
anyone has those in stock.
And they're on sale.
100%. But if not, Bass Pro always runs a sale. It's like buy 3, get 3 free or something.
Bass Pro?
That's how I got my. That's how I got my Christmas in the spring. Oh, then they got 2.5. 2.5 and 4.5 now. So next year you'll probably see the 2.5 next year. Last bait, or second to last bait, is bait that kind of turned me back on late this year, and that's also because I think it's more of the rod helped me, but is that 6 cents Provoke 97 X, S for silent, DD, Downsized, once again, Downsized jerkbait, but they just make a really good jerkbait. I mean, I think at this point they're $14, but everyone's jerkbait outside of Megabass is $12, $13. It's 6 cents, so you have the best colors on the market, and they come with BKK hooks, which are the best hooks on the market. But that color right there is Milliken's Clown. Walleye love it. Pro Blue's a great color. Pro Blue Scale's a great color. You guys saw, remember the color I just threw in the last crankbait video, but that video, they just work so well, and they're pretty much half the cost of Megabass. I do understand when the water gets really cold, Megabass shines, I understand, but the 99% of the time, a 6 cents Provoke is all you need. And right now, you go on their website, it's buy 3, get 3 free. So when you buy it, they mark it down to $9.39. Your boy's card's already full, so hopefully you guys can get some after I grab some. But the 97, they make them in a silent and a DD. I think it's the best. I used to throw the 106 a ton until that 97 came out, but that 97 is so good. I love it.
Cool. All right, moving on. So this, again, I feel like I get on kicks where I throw one bait for like 3 weeks straight and then I move on to something else.
Pretty much, yeah.
But
yeah.
This is well documented that I was catching fish on this in the middle of summer. This is the Robo Worm 4.5 straight tail worm. This is Aaron's Magic.
Yeah, you probably threw it.
I love it. I love the color. I love the name. I mean, it gets
pretty cool.
big.
You're able to make your own color. That was pretty
Literally,
cool.
well, yeah, but I don't get paid for it. But Aaron's Magic, like this little tiny worm throwing it on a drop shot, a weedless drop shot around wood, was killer. At least for the one tournament. We came in fourth. We only weighed in 4 fish.
And it was on the drop shot.
And it was literally all of it.
Just dead stick in a drop shot.
Yeah, I mean, it's a blast throwing this thing, and again, 4.5 inch versus I think they make a 6 inch.
6 and a quarter.
Downsizing, throwing this around wood, throwing it when it's hot out. The fish have seen everything. Throwing this around wood, it got bit that day, and then from there on out, we had a couple really good days. Not necessarily big fish, but this catches numbers and it catches big ones, especially during that one tournament. So,
yeah, a lot of times, I think I've only thrown a 4.5 inch robo worm this year, and there was quite a few times I was going out just not catching them. Switch to, I think it was Aaron's Morning Dawn or Aaron's Margarita or whatever. But yeah, it's just crazy. It doesn't do anything. It just sits there. It's like the Senko. It doesn't do anything.
Again, I mean, there's a ton of salt in it too. Oh I don't know if it's got a weird action because it is so soft, but I mean, it was fun. We came in fourth off of it, so it was good.
Fun bait. Why don't you finish yours up before I go on my little rant?
My last one, again, this is something else that I went like 3 weeks straight of only throwing this and catching a bunch of smallmouth. This is the Net Baits Pack-a-Chunk 3-inch in Alabama craw. This is another one of those baits where I think I have like 10 packs in my boat. But I throw this on the back of a ball head jig and I catch a bunch of smallmouth doing it. So it looks like a crawdad. I mean, it's got that orange in it. It's got green on one side. I don't necessarily think it was a color. I don't know if it was a color thing or not.
It was a color. That's why I was throwing that Bama bug in the Crest City. Green pumpkin top, orange bottom.
Oh, yeah. Well, it might have been a color thing.
But if not, they eat it. That net bait's so good.
Well,
I love it.
Even if it is a color, I just have confidence in this very specific color, which is why I went out and bought 10 packs of them. But throwing this on the back of a jerkbait, throwing this on the back of a jig, man, I caught a ton of smallmouth.
Really talking about some ideas. Black Hamilton Bait, or not Hamilton Bait, Tackle Warehouse's Cyber Monday sale. Those will be 25% off. All net bait will be 25.
And they're already well. First of all,
they're $3.99.
Yeah, they're like Bass Pro has them for $3.39.
There you go.
Like
cheap.
Yeah, that's crazy.
And they hold up.
And they have bait fuel in them. Yeah. I'm not a believer in scent or whatever, but when they started putting the bait fuel in them, they do catch fish.
We didn't really throw them until they put bait fuel. I was a Rage Chunk guy because that coffee scent. They put bait fuel in. Most of my packs now are the 3-inch net bait. I think they make a 2-inch. That's really good for a small baby crawl, and they make a 4-inch as well. So I think I'm gonna pick up some 4-inch this year and try it. Anyway, so there's a little bit of a tyrant. So my last bait is just BFS. I didn't want to pull out all the BFS stuff, but I just want to just hint on it again. Like, it's just so much fun. That little craw you guys saw already from X-Zone, the little craw stick up. It's just a good little, I mean, at the end of the day, you have net baits or Ned baits in your boat. It's all you need for BFS. I mean, for the first 2 months you guys saw, I was throwing that net bait or a Crush City net BLT. And that's all I was throwing forever. But I've now dabbled. Top water wise, that Mega Bass Pop X Baby, which is Aaron's fault, which actually started the whole thing because he caught him on it and I didn't have a rod to throw it. So I literally went to Hamilton, bought a 7-foot light, and that's what started this. So it's Aaron's fault. But for walking baits, that little Strike King, little bitsy walking bait's been really good. Put a nose or a split ring on the nose, helps make it a little bit heavier, walks a little better. And then crankbaits so far, I've been really playing with the Mega Bass Griffins, which are outrageous, $15 a piece. But I was throwing the Googan Squad's little mini. Every 5 casts I had to keep retweaking it from banging on the rocks. Mega Bass does not matter. I'll go all day just cranking, and it just runs so perfect. They make a shallow and a deep. But at the end of the day, BFS, that Tinder tube, if you have that tube or that style tube, just buy a little bit lighter head. There's your BFS bait. The net bait, that pack of chunk, buy a 1-aught hook like Aaron's talking about. That he's throwing that 610, but I can get away with it on my BFS rod. Same concept, 3-inch crawl, 1-aught bait. I was throwing 1/8, but that 7.2 medium light will handle 3/16. But you get the same concept Aaron's doing, just a little bit lighter. It's all BFS. It's literally your bass stuff, just a little bit smaller. So literally most of the air baits Aaron talked about, you can throw on BFS. All the crankbaits, that Baby Jack, they make a new BFS chatterbait now. It's actually designed for BFS. So literally everything I threw, the baby whale, you can throw in only a 1/16-ounce ball head on BFS. You have stuff to throw BFS. You don't really go out and buy it. You might need to buy a couple hooks or some designated net heads, but just want to kind of ramble about BFS. But overall, it's really fun. I'm probably going to get more of the Strike King baits this year and probably spend $100 on 5 crankbaits from Mega Bass. So hopefully Strike King comes out with a bunch of their cranks in a little size.
They have jerkbaits that size. I've seen them at Bass Pro.
I'm getting a jerkbait. But that's it. That's our quite a lot quicker video. I knew the bait video would not go as long, but once again, like, we can make this video long. We can talk about terminal tackle. We can talk about jigs. I mean, we can make this video as long, but trying to just get the info out. There is so much on the market, but this is what really helped us catch a lot of fish this year and really do well. The summer was really weird, like Aaron talked about. There's a bait that'd be like for 2 weeks, and then you don't throw it again. There was weeks, I mean, my deck is cluttered with baits. I mean, I was flipping for 2 weeks with a punch rig, and then I throw it again the rest of the year. But overall, absolute blast. Yeah.
So like, I mean, yeah, these baits,
they catch fish.
They caught a lot of fish this year, man. Like, yeah.
But no. So yeah, we'll link these below. I don't think Hamilton carries most of this stuff.
No, they don't carry that.
I know they have the PD4s in stock, they have the Griffins in stock. They don't have whales in stock. But if not, I'll figure out who has a sale on these. I know like a 6 Sense has the PDs on sale. They have the whales on sale. I'll pass those on. But we just missed the Jig Tackle Warehouse unbox or sale. They had these for 15% off, but there'll be another sale. Don't worry. But if we find these on sale, we'll link them. But tomorrow is storage, like I said. Aaron's going to talk about his storage stuff. I'll talk about my storage stuff. And then Thursday is all accessories. So if you enjoyed the video, if you would like to support the business, support me, all their contact information be my subscription. But until then, please like, comment, subscribe, and we'll see you tomorrow.